Hi, it's Crow Fisher from hereonearth.ca. The following recording is part 2 from a group session held with Red and the Council of Elders at King City, Ontario in January 2018. In this segment, Red talks about DNA, how DNA gets activated, the changes that we can begin noticing as a human race, and some of our potentials that we have yet to discover. He covers a lot of this information in a previous CD he did called DNA. You can access that CD or any other of over 70 topics that we have recorded with the Council if you go to our website, hereonearth.ca. Meanwhile, I hope you enjoy this excerpt from the King City session, January 2018.
So, what scientists call junk DNA, is it actually...
It's an awfully rude thing, isn't it?
That's what they call. Is it actually the divine potential of the DNA we are awakening? Okay.
So Earth itself has particular DNA for this planet. Hey, other planets have different DNA. Hey, but you could think of DNA as being the blueprint out of which reality manifests. Hey, so the parts of the blueprint that you choose to work with and bring into physical expression within a human body are the parts that your scientists, and doctors are seeing being turned on. Hey? Mm-hmm. So when they've got parts of the DNA that they don't understand or don't know what it's for, they're calling it junk. Because they don't know what it's for. Hey. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, they're not testing all kinds of people either. Hey. Mm-hmm. They're only testing some. Hey. Because, the concept is if this human has only this DNA activated, then this human probably does too. And that's not always true. Yeah. Some folks have, different activations happening. So the activation that we're talking about during this time period, same way, when you hit so many cycles around the sun, your DNA is activated to go into puberty. Hey, humanity's reached this many times, through the generations. Hey, the other parts of your DNA are starting to be activated. And this is how you had all those different periods through history, when creativity gets really activated with people. If there is a social setting to support it, it can grow. So no, there's no junk DNA.
So
you
can
contain within your body every bit of DNA from the planet.
Can we intentionally influence activation of our DNA?
You do all the time.
Okay.
You do it all the time. Everybody does it all the time. It's not a perfect science because it's not all understood yet. But DNA can be activated to cause horrific events in the body. And it can be activated to create some beautiful things too. So you got a lot going on. DNA can be activated, of course, by introducing things into the body, whether it be psychedelic plants or whether it be carcinogenic or heavy toxins. All of these things have effect on the DNA. The food you eat, even the company you keep. Your sociologists are looking at how genetic atrocities, the histories of your ancestors affect your DNA. How trauma inflicted in the course of a lifetime can affect your DNA. Trauma inflicted in the early years can pattern your DNA to run into difficulties in your health later. You are always shifting your DNA around. You know a lot about the bad stuff of it, but the good stuff of it, of opening the DNA possibilities for creativity, for telepathy, to be able to heal, to be able to tap in to somebody else's energy field in support, to be able to tap in to the realms of your ancestors. These are things many cultures have practiced. So therefore you know this is a human potential. You can activate that. But you need the support to do so.
So when you mentioned ancestors, so in what time in the history did humanity have most evolved DNA?
Now, because what does evolved mean?
I was just reading the book The Gaia Effect, channeled by Cryon, and they were talking about Lemuria. And that the DNA was the most active there.
Well, humanity was just starting out.
Yeah.
So you were just beginning. I would suggest that during that period of time, you could say that the DNA was most aligned with the planet itself.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
You know, so the same way that plants can speak to each other. You know, caterpillars can go on one plant, and the next plant over is going to start raising its tannic acid. Because this plant told the other plant, I got caterpillars eating me. Yes. So the other plants get ready and prepare for it. I think you have had enough studies done that everybody is in agreement. Okay, yes, plants do talk to each other. We get that now. Yes. So do the animals, so do the birds, so do the stones, so does everything. So on this planet, you can see that most of the other species that you are cohabitating with have a deeper sense of knowing, of reality, of what's coming, of what has passed, of history. And oftentimes humans feel excluded from this. Your dog knows when you're on your way home. Yes. But your wife doesn't. You see. So that has left many humans to feel isolated from this, not part of that collective knowing. So during the evolution of the Lemurian DNA, there was a deep connection with the earth. So you knew when the apples were ripening. Well, they didn't have apples then, but you knew when the fruit was ripening. You knew because you were part of that tree. You knew when it was going to rain because you were part of the weather. Yes. You knew when animals were in trouble because you could hear them. But your society has lost that. Yes. And it's not practiced among your people. So there's a sense of disconnection. So a lot of the DNA that is activated because you're part of an ecosystem and you're consciously part of it, a lot of that DNA is not activated in you. Because most of you are at a place where what gets activated is, I have to survive. I have to fit in. I have to do this. I have to know that. So that's the DNA that's activated according to what's needed for survival. If you were living as part of a forest, part of a jungle, part of an ecosystem, you'd have different DNA being activated that allow you to be together with that. Eh? You notice a lot of the little ones that are getting born now, their DNA knows how to operate all of these little electronic devices you've got. Isn't that so? You got kids that very young know exactly how to sit in front of a steering wheel in a motor vehicle. Hey, how come they know this? Hey, yes, 5 generations ago they didn't. Hey, well, it's keying in, yes. So now you got these little kids who know how to use devices that their grandparents don't. Isn't that so? Similar thing. Hey, that is a DNA that needs to be activated to exist in that particular parameter of society. Hey, this is the DNA that needs to be activated if you're living somewhere where lions are a problem.
I hope you enjoyed this part 2 of the King City group sessions. Look for part 3 on YouTube under the Here on Earth channel. Thank you for listening.